Hi, Holly. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, and oracle card advisor. I am so honored and thank Diane for me that she trusted me enough to refer me to you. Many, that's for her. And just so you know, I hear, feel, see, sense, know, sometimes smell and taste, but not too much. I really don't want to smell. Some of it's kind of stinky. So some of it is what I call spiritual charades. So some of it, you might have to think outside the box a little bit. Some of it is also, sometimes they'll just show me a picture and I have to interpret that picture and describe it to you. So sometimes I don't describe it well enough. So hopefully I'll get it across. I'm just the vessel. They get the message and it just comes through me to you. It's all their game. I let them handle it because they know best what to do, and they never waste a message. They never waste their energy. Even if it's something that makes no sense to you now, tomorrow you might go, "Oh, I remember that," or somebody will say something to you, or it'll happen tomorrow, or something like that. So I stink at getting names, and I should quit saying that because it just makes it worse. Anyway, but if it's a male name, I'll at least get the beginning letter of it or something, and I'll know whether it's male or female usually if they mention a name. So, let's see what Sean has to say. He's got very strong, clear, masculine energy. I don't think I've ever said that about a spirit before. He's a man. He's the kind of guy I would like. The feeling I get from him as he walks forward is I would like to have him for my boyfriend. I'm married. I just feel like I want to snuggle up to him. Just like, wow, I've never felt that from a spirit before. Like like I would just be so warm and safe and just like I could sit there by him with his arm around me and snuggle up to him and stay there forever. It makes me want to cry. That's unusual for me. He feels so comfy. So I don't feel ego. He's making me feel like he could be my best friend in the world, that I could totally trust him. Warm, safe. But he wants to do one of these thunks on my head. Don't do that because that's the part that's hurting right now. It's probably from my guides thunking. My guides are always thunking me on the head, going, "Rhonda, why are you doing this shit?" He could feel that comforting, and yet he could walk up and thunk you on the head, and go, "What the heck are you doing? What are you doing?" He has. He brought somebody with him, and they do this a lot. So I trust them. I let them run the show. I do not try to make them do things. Well, I can't. He has a grandmother with him. I honestly can't tell if it's your grandmother or his grandmother. And even sometimes if I say grandmother, it's it can be somebody, it could be your next door neighbor that felt like a grandmother to you that's not even blood related. So it's a grandmother type person. She's older. She's got the gray hair, but she has the same energy he does. She's not skinny. Wouldn't She's not really large. She has, wow, I am amazed. She has the same energy he has. And it's like I could go sit in her kitchen and just feel so much love and feel so safe. And she makes me want to cry. My goodness, this is exceptional for me. Like any, you could say anything to her and she would have nothing but love back for you. And he thought you needed to know that she was there with him. He says you've seen him. You have seen him in your dreams. And he wants me to tell you, you know how you have dreams and you wake up and 30 seconds later you forget them. When you have a dream that is so real, and I had one, I'll describe mine, like 6 years ago, and I can still remember every detail, every color, everything we said. My son had one where he could describe the color of the shoelaces even to this day. When you can remember all those details, that's a visitation. That's when they've actually come to visit you in your dreams, and that is real. Something about tickling your feet. Tickling your feet, and he's trying to do it now too. So he wants to be ornery and lighthearted, but it's such a soft ornery. It's not the mean, pull 'em pigtail type ornery. It's the just going to mess with you a little bit ornery. So he's okay. So when you feel this tickling on the bottom of your feet, tell him thank you. Tell him you love him, and ask him to bring you more signs. Okay, he's showing me chimes, and I can hear mine going right now. Oops, sorry, that's the dog. I should have moved her out in the yard. She's right up against the door. Sorry, playing with her toy. He's showing me chimes. He's showing me a kitchen. He's showing me chimes. The chimes almost look like they're inside the house and not outside. So this is where we get in the charades a little bit. They don't always tell me exactly why they show me stuff. The chimes look like they're hanging in the kitchen. So either he's just making a big point of the chimes so that you know when you're standing in the kitchen and you hear the chimes, even if you don't have chimes around there, you'll hear it. Or you've got something dangling in your kitchen that he can tinkle, that is hanging like a chime. If you have something in there close to the sink, maybe even a light fixture, a hanging light or something, he's showing me chimes. He's showing me chimes with glass things, flat glass things hanging down. I don't think I have one. It's got several chimes. They're colored glass. They're green. Look like greenish. And even if they're not exact, this is the way he's bringing it across. So if you're standing at the sink, it may not be this exact, but it's to your left. So if you hear a tinkling and there's nothing there, once again, tell him thank you. I'm acknowledging your sign. Once you start acknowledging them and they realize you're doing that, then you get more. Because then they go, oh, hey, new ball game. And I've tried to ask all of them that come through. Everybody knows the universal feathers, pennies, feathers, coins, and butterflies. So now I'm trying to ask them to do different things that are a little out of the norm. And they love it. He likes tinkering around in your kitchen. He says he loved you. He says he loves you. He just feels like this is my right side. Some of the videos I do, it looks backwards. So he's standing here now, and I just feel like I want to lean into him. Like somebody I could use right now. He says he knew I needed that. Good, solid guy. We got quiet there. Where are we going now? Hang on, I'm asking him something. He says as far as the issues left behind, let them all hash it out. He says, because I don't care about that stuff anymore. I really don't care if they fight over it. He says, just help take care of her. Kind of look out for her. And I feel like this her is very young. Just be a friend. Be the kind of friend I was. Keep on marching forward. Don't let any of this slow you down. Do some of the things we talked about, and do them more wild than we talked about. Don't forget life's too short. Go kick your heels up. It's like he wants to say something, but he's not saying it. Those things you talk about, well, I'd like to do this and I'd like to do that. He says, do them. Do them. Do them before you can't do them anymore. He said he goes to visit somebody, but he didn't finish it. He says, I go to visit Jim. Now, don't forget, I stink at names, so it's at least a male name with a J. I go to visit Jim, or the J name, and I'm moving stuff. He's moving stuff around where he can't find it. So whoever this J, male J, let's see if he'll show me exactly what he's moving. I hear keys. That doesn't make me happy when they move my keys and then I can't find them when I need to go. He's showing me papers. He's showing me papers, like I can't tell if it's a table or a desk or whatever. He's not showing me the whole thing, but like he's moving the papers, like messing them up. But I got a feeling he's going to move them further than that. So when he goes looking for this stuff, he's not going to be able to find it. He's going to be mad. And he gave me a thumbs up. So that was right. Okay, now he's, well, I don't know what that was. He showed me a bicycle and then it looked, almost turned into like a, not motorcycle, but it still looked like a bicycle, but it went really fast. I have no idea what that was, but I just threw out whatever they show me because they always have a reason for it. Yeah, he's staying right here. Kind of need you in front of me, buddy. He mentioned school. He's getting quieter now. He mentions the name Frank, but that might just be a male with an F name. Now I'm hearing the song Lean on Me. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Don't ask me to sing, you'll regret it. I'll be your friend to lean on. Lean on me. I stink at songs and who sings them. Hopefully, if you don't get it, I'm going to write it down. If you don't get it, I'll try to Google it after this or whatever. I can hear it in my head. You don't want me to sing it. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Da da da. Da da. Be friend to lean on. You a hand. Lean on me. Lean. So he keeps singing this song, Lean on Me, and he says you can still lean on him. And you actually can. He can hear you. He can see you. It's like he's in the next room. It's like he's in my kitchen behind my wall. Well, he's not, but it's like they're there. They can hear and see you. So talk to him. He wants you to lean on him. He wants you to talk to him. And ask him for things that you think he can put in front of you. If you have something that you want to do here in the future, if he was good at it, ask him to bring you people, to put in your path, to open doors for you. Ask him, your angels, your guides. Ask them. They cannot override your free will choice. So if they bring you the $1 million man and you choose to marry the garbage collector, that's your free will choice and they can't do anything about it, but they might bring you that guy. So he says, ask me, lean on me. Something about a teddy bear. Something about you holding on tight to a teddy bear. He says, grab the teddy bear and the blanket and tell me what it is you need. I still have your back. You still have my shoulder. And we'll still have a lot of laughs. And now he's showing me a scene like I would say in a bar type restaurant. I see a pool stick. He says rack them up. And I can do it as much as I want to now. And I don't know why, but I keep hearing Bob, Bob, Bob. Bob is my guide. Somebody that I loved here on earth. And now he's my guide, which doesn't happen very often. Most people say that it can't happen. It does happen. He's the reason I got into this work. He is my main guide. He's my protector. He keeps saying Bob, Bob, Bob. Bob killed himself. So I don't know for sure why he's mentioning Bob, unless he's going to be your Bob. I can call him Bob any time of the day or night. And you can ask him, okay, are you around? Show me a sign. And you drive down the road and you might see a bumper sticker that says, that will have something on it that reminds you of him, possibly even his name. It might be on a billboard, might be on Facebook. Ask. I asked for, he says yes, okay. I ask for first song on the radio when I get in my truck at a certain place. And the first song on the radio will be from Bob. He says you can do that with him. But you got to pick it, you got to ask ahead of time. You can't expect it to automatically appear. Let's say he wants me to tell you when I go to the cemetery, first song on the radio when I come up out of the cemetery is to be a song to me. And I will actually be down there and I will feel this pull, like I need to go, gotta go now, gotta go, because the song's going to be on. Whatever song it is, it's going to be on and I gotta go. So you're going to, he's going to be very comforting for you. Very comforting. Okay, he mentions a Cheryl, Cheryl, spelled it out, but it doesn't mean I got it right. I'm just warning you. I hate when they throw names out, but I have to give them to you. I'll give you anything that he says. Now he's showing playing rock, paper, scissors. And he cheated. I don't know how you cheat at rock, paper, scissors. He says he tried to cheat. But he's showing it in this place again. In this, I can't see very much of the place, but it looks like a bar restaurant, like would have food and alcohol, and but it looks nice and comfy, and like we're friends would meet up, like Cheers. Actually, I have one of those I work part-time in. Everybody knows your name. And then I hear family associated with this. He says, don't mourn for me, celebrate me. What the heck is he showing me? It looks like a long pole, but it looks like it's got like a sparkler fireworks at the top of it. Looks like a humongous Roman candle is what it looks like. An extremely tall, long Roman candle. But it's sparking like a sparkler at the end of it. I don't know. keep on carrying on in my honor. He's trying to show me a car now, but I can't quite see it. He's not bringing it in strong enough. Something about a car. He said it's a piece of crap now. I don't know what that means. He's not telling me because it kind of like started to come in and then it kind of faded out. He's mentioning wicker, W-I-C-K-E-R, wicker. Yeah, he's not talking, he just... So I'm hoping some of these little things will resonate with you. I try not to do a lot of validations because to me that's more like patting myself on the back, like, oh, look what I can get. No, I want to get messages from him, but he's kind of just showing me pictures now. It's his show. Okay, he came back behind me. What are you doing? He's got his two elbows on top of my head. Like, he's kind of pushing. He's got both his pointy elbows and he's kind of pushing on the top of my head. He says, tell her. Okay, well, that's a new one too. You're going to feel something right about here that's going to feel like his two elbows. And anytime that they do this, more than likely, it's not going to feel like somebody actually touching you. It's not going to feel like skin to skin. Of course, up there, you really wouldn't feel skin to skin through your hair. So you're going to feel the pressure of these, but it's not going to be as if he's pushing hard. My head already hurts, buddy. It's going to be very, very slight more than likely, but it's going to be right kind of back here. They usually show me where they're going to do it. And that's going to be a hard one to know, I think. I feel it a little more on my right side than I do my left side. Now he's got his elbows up there just pushing, like the pointy part of his elbow though. Yeah, he says, I will mess your hair up if I want to. I don't know what your hair looks like. I make a point of not looking on anybody's Facebook or anything before this. I don't want to know anything. He's saying, I don't know how long he's been gone, because usually when they first leave, they kind of have to get reacclimated and they don't know how to do things like move objects and stuff like that. He says he's going to help me with what's going on with my head right now. I would appreciate it a lot. I could use some help. I'm sorry, but taking up a little bit of your time, but I think he's actually helping me now. I could use that. Cheaper than a doctor, and I'm tired of going to see them. So we'll let him continue that. That was unusual too. This has all been a very unusual reading. He's mentioning a tractor, a real, not a tractor trailer, a real farm tractor. It looks red or rusty brown. Older tractor, not a new one. He's not talking with all these pictures. He's just projecting these. Oh, don't make me look that way. Okay. Let's see if I can get him to tell just a little bit more. He's mentioning ice skating. I don't even know what part of the country you live in. Ice skating and somebody falling on their butt, which wouldn't be hard to do. Chocolate. He's just throwing images and words out right now. Chocolate covered cherries. Chocolate covered strawberries. I think he called you a pimp. First I thought he said peach, and I thought, no. When he said it again, I think it sounded like pimp. Called you a pimp. Were you pimping him out? Uh-oh. I know where to go. I have to tell you, whatever he did, my head feels better. And it's been pretty scary lately. I may have to pay you for this reading. Yeah, he's right behind me. And he's got his arms out like this. He's standing in my Archangel Michael spot. He said, sorry, dude, I get it for a minute. Dude. He said, don't get caught up in all the worry of the world. Don't get caught up in all the crossing your T's and dotting your I's. He said, go out and find that free stuff, the nature, the stuff that everybody takes for granted, and dance like nobody's watching, even if they are. Now he's showing me a bird. Oh crap, I don't know how I'm going to describe this one because it's not, everybody sees cardinals. This, I can't see the bird. Gonna have to turn it sideways or something. It's got white on its chest. It's a little bird. And now he keeps flipping back and forth. And dang it, now the little bird's fading. I need it back. He's kind of brownish. He's got white on his chest. Couldn't see on his, and then it turned into a blue jay. So the way I'm taking this my charades coming in is it's going to be a little bird, brown with white on its chest, at least on the front. Just kind of a, might have even had a little bit of blue or something different right around above its eyes, somewhere in there. But it's going to chatter like a blue jay. You know how annoying blue jays get when they sit out there and jabber and get real annoying? This little bird's going to be very annoying, and it's going to get your attention. He's not showing me where you're going to see it. Sometimes they'll show me. Now he's got it jumping around, hop, 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 hopping around like a, I don't know if you know what a wren is, W-R-E-N, wren. This is not a wren. It's not quite that small. It's bigger than a wren, but they don't sit still. They're like a little crack bird on crack, you know, a little boop, boop, boop. They can't sit still. This one's going to jump around and it's going to jabber like a blue jay. It's going to get your attention. And this one will be in person, but you will also see it in cartoons, on Facebook, in magazines, billboards. You might see even the word blue jay, because I don't know the name of the actual bird that he showed me first. You might see it on stuff. When you do, you're going to think of him and say, I love you. I'm glad you're here. Well, he came back here and thumped me on the head again and told me to quit being a knucklehead. I'm not sure why. This isn't for me. God, I love his energy. Well, I wish I had a buddy I could snuggle up to like him. And he says, don't forget about Grandma. And she's in there baking. Let me see what she's going to pull out of the oven. Cake. Gosh, I hope it's not a fruit cake, because that's what's coming to mind. That's what's coming to mind. Cake out of the oven. Whoever this lady is, she spreads so much love. He says, okay, you're going to know I'm there. He says, and don't be afraid to ask Rhonda. If you see or hear something, ask her, and she'll tell you. And no, you don't have to pay for that. So if you have any questions about that kind of stuff, I do get really busy. I do get booked out for like a couple of weeks at a time, you know, ahead of time. I do. But I try to answer as many questions as I can. And join my Constant Connections page. I don't know if group page. I don't know if you're on there. And there's a thing in there on signs, a thread where people post the signs that they see from their loved one, and it kind of helps everybody, you know, if you read them, know, oh yeah, that could have been. But everybody's is different. Everybody's is different. And even I got this yesterday. See this little feather? Whoop. I still get feathers and stuff, so there'll be, that was stuck in my shoe and I'd been sitting for an hour. Things like that just, how did that happen? He says you're going to get those. He said you will get feathers. Okay, he wants me to tell you, like I was walking up and down my steps going downstairs doing laundry and stuff. Nothing on my steps, and the next time I came up the steps, there was a feather laying there on the step. Where did that come from? That's the way it works. Feathers are easy for them to manipulate, very easy. So he's wanting me to tell you that because you need to start paying attention to the feathers. It's the ones, of course you're going to see them when you go sit under a tree where there's a nest. But to have one stuck in my slipper in my house. He says, oh, okay, so he's drawing my eyes over here to the card that I pulled for myself today. I usually pull cards in the morning for myself to start my day off. Oop, damn it, I always get them crooked. Surrender negative thinking. So whatever it is that you're thinking negative about, he wants you to flip that frown upside down, he says. Flip that frown upside down. Don't think on the negative side. It's not good for you. Okay? All right. I'm sorry, I was talking to him. He says, I love you both. I'm not sure if he's talking about you and I or you and somebody else. He said, once you get here, you'll realize love was the only important thing. Bottom line important thing, not the car or the house. Family. Not just blood. They don't usually talk in this ear. He's over here. This is my left side. Okay, he says one more thing. You're going to hear somebody drumming their fingers. And that's my fingernails on a glass top table. So of course it's not going to sound like that. Probably. You know that irritating somebody gets to drumming their fingers? He says you're going to hear that. You might actually hear somebody physically do it, but you're probably going to hear it in your house when there's nobody there. So, like I tell people, people go, oh my God, my house is haunted. I think there's somebody here. Yeah, it's probably just grandma checking in on you. It's not haunted with a demon. Your loved ones are always popping in and out, always popping in and out of your house. When they come in my house, say, you have to tell me who you are or you have to leave. I have strict rules in my house. So anyway, he says, I love you very deeply. Do not be afraid to call on me. I have all the time in the world now. There is no time. You will not hold me to the earth like some people think. I can go anywhere I want. It's all up to me. He says, well, and grandma over there. Okay, he's holding up a balloon, and it looks like I can't tell for sure. I think it's a birthday balloon. But he also has another balloon, but it's higher. It's higher, and it's not as clear. So did you release a balloon for him? This one looks like a birthday balloon. This one looks like maybe somebody released a balloon for him. He's showing it a little different than I've seen him. So the birthday balloon would acknowledge that there was either a significant birthday that just happened or one that's just about to happen. And he's aware of it, and he's going to party. He's going to party at it. And that's one thing they do. They show up to all the celebrations, all the things that you used to go to, the parties with your friends or family or whatever. They're there. They at least pop in and check in on everybody. So don't be afraid to look around and go, that over there made me think of him. Or I just saw I don't know, one of the signs that I gave you. And yeah, it will happen. I'm starting to babble, so it's time to go. He says, catch you on the flip-flop. Something about a car, but he's not showing me the car. And he's telling me it's a piece of shit again. I don't know if he's acknowledging your car or his car or what. Everything's fine. I made it to where I need to. No more tears. Somebody has one of his hats, and he wants them to keep it. They deserve it. Okay, he says it's going to go. He says, do not be afraid to contact me. And it may take me several days to answer. Sometimes it does. And I don't work on the weekends. And I do have a part-time gig where I go a couple days a week. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was worth it. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have said that. And come join on Tuesdays. We have Talk to Me Tuesday, where I do real teeny tiny mediumship readings. But you have to follow the instructions. That's Tuesday, I do it live, and Wednesday I do live card of the day. Have a contest going on right now to win a free mediumship for a 10-minute video like this, only a quickie, a 10-minute one. And just come in the Constant Connections group, and it's a little full. You have to scroll down to find some of the signs in the cleansing a room, and there's one for if you've lost a fur baby, one of your pets. Go check it out and tell Diane thank you again. He says, I'm not blowing you kisses, but he's throwing flowers. He's throwing flowers like in your path. He's walking away, but he turns around and he throws flowers down that'll be in your path. You might even find a flower laying on the ground just in front of you. It looks like assorted flowers. I don't think it's any certain flower. He says, you're going to know I'm there. Okay. Send your love to him. Ask him to come. Ask him to come in your dreams again. I find they don't do it very often. I don't know if it's hard on their energy or to do that or what. I don't know. Anyway, much love to you. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, and oracle card advisor. Let me know. Love ya. Don't forget to pay it forward. Share the love with somebody, especially this time of year. See you later.